Today has been such a red day for us growth stock and tech investors, right? We're pretty much taking a beating. So I thought today was the perfect time to drop this episode. I know some of us are probably buying to dip, but I do want to share 3 tips on how I go about choosing what stock I buy and how much I buy. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and stay tuned where I live stream here on YouTube, taking a look at stocks you want me to look at. So let's get started. Alright, so like I mentioned, today's episode, I am going to take a look at 3 tips I follow before deciding what stocks to purchase and how much I purchase. The first thing I want to say is always great to have a plan. So for that reason, having a form of watch list can really help eliminate the noise on deciding what stocks to buy. I actually do this, and when things go red like today, this is the first place I go. And my watch list is actually my portfolio. And you might be asking, why, Jose? Why is your watch list your portfolio? Don't you already have stocks in them? Why do you want more? Exactly for that reason. I have already invested in them. I have already done my due diligence. I already believe that these are companies that are going to do great in the near future, So why not add my position onto them? So my first thing is have a plan. Watch list, right? Some other people might use their portfolio as a watch list. I also have other companies outside of my portfolio that I keep an eye on, but normally the ones I really focus on are the ones in my portfolio. All right, so now for tip number 2, and this is understanding the risk, right? We have seen a big dip today, but it's not the first dip we've seen in, right? The growth stocks and tech stocks have been seeing a bit of the decline in the past 2-3 months. So the dips can continue to come. So understanding the risk can really remind you that, hey, even if I buy some now, we might see some more red tomorrow. We might see some more red next month, maybe next 2 months. So if I do have some form of cash outside of my account, I put a little bit and a little bit and a little bit and a little bit per time. I don't drop it all at once, because what could happen if you drop it all at once? There could be a dip tomorrow, there could be a dip in the next day, and you are gonna regret it. So the best way is to understand the risk, and that helps eliminate the emotions out of the games. And eliminating emotions out of your investing style can really make sure that you have these diamond hands and make sure that you don't sell when things could get a little bit scary. Number 3 is one that I think you guys will enjoy, and it's one I actually did today, and that was the main reason I came up with today's episode. So one thing I do is, obviously I mentioned earlier on in this episode that my portfolio is my main watch list, right? But just because it is my main watch list and because I have different tier stocks in my portfolio, it doesn't always mean I'm gonna buy my highest tier stocks first, right? So what I did today is I exported my whole portfolio into an Excel file, right? It's very simple to do. Almost all your brokers should allow you to do that. Then I wanted to take a look at my holdings weights in 2 different metrics. First is current holdings. This is how much they currently weight right now. But what I do think is the most important is cost holdings. This is how much of your original basis is this portfolio the size of your original portfolio, right? So it shows me, hey, where am I super bullish? So we can see the first company right here is Unity. Unity is a tier 1 stock for me. If we look at current holdings, it's only about 7% of my portfolio, but we can see as cost holdings, it is 10.5%. So this doesn't mean I have lost huge amounts in Unity right now. Even though it is at a loss, it can also mean that my other positions have grown up a lot larger than Unity, driving Unity's current holding downs. But the first thing I'm seeing is that my original cost basis is about 10.5% of my original portfolio. So even though I am bullish in Unity, this is a level where I kind of feel comfortable where I'm at. I had to really wait for a bigger drop for me to even think about entering a little bit more. It doesn't mean I'm not bullish in Unity right now. I'm just able to control my risk. Same with Nvidia, right? Nvidia currently holds about 8.6% of my portfolio. Original cost holdings was 9.4. Again, Nvidia is a big winner for me. Just because my current holding is down doesn't mean my position is down. It could just mean that my other positions are just gaining bigger traction compared to Nvidia. But again, compared to my original cost basis, Nvidia already holds such a big position. So unless something dramatically changes within the stock price, I really wouldn't purchase that much right now. Again, I have that cost holdings already. So then I continue to go look down the list and try to see, hey, which ones of my stocks that I might be a little bit more bullish on are not that heavy in my portfolio right now. So I decided to highlight some of them, right? It doesn't mean all of them are gonna buy, but it now makes my watch list a little bit smaller. So now let's say I only, out of these X positions that I only have like 7 or 8 left. Now this can really help me break down what stocks I buy. Now that I know how much of my portfolio it holds, how much is the current holdings, I can really determine, okay, maybe I can add 0.5 more percent, I can add a few more hundred, I can add a few more thousands into my portfolio. And I think this really helps us out on determining what stocks to buy and how much to add, because the last thing I want to do is, even though I'm so bullish in Unity, I don't want to make this 20% of cost holdings. It's just not how my risk tolerance works. It might work for someone else, but it doesn't work for me. So that's it. Those are some 3 quick tips on how to decide what to buy and how much to buy. Like I said, if this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And I just did that in reverse, but I'm keeping it. Take care, guys. Have a good night and see you next time.